The Sunday school lesson for April 2nd, 2023 is Crucified for Sinners. Matthew chapter 27, verses 38 through 54. Welcome back, viewers and subscribers to my channel. If you are new here, please know that on this channel, you will become aware of the events that take place before each Sunday school lesson. The standardized agenda is as follows. I will share the backstory, read the lesson text, and offer a brief lesson summary. Now, if you feel that this narrative is a heartwarming, touching, compelling one, then feel free to either give me a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much in advance for your total support. The backstory is told from Matthew chapter 27, verses 32 through 37. Previously, the Roman soldiers led Jesus from Pilate's judgment seat into the praetorium, the residence of the governor. They mocked him there, then led him away to crucify him. The backstory continues here. As they were going out, they met a man from Cyrene named Simon, and they forced him to carry the cross. The narrative continues. They came to a place called Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. There they offered Jesus wine to drink, mixed with gall. But after tasting it, he refused to drink it. When they had crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots. The narrative continues, and sitting down, they kept watch over him there. Above his head, they placed a written charge against him. This is Jesus, the King of the Jews. The Sunday school lesson begins at this point. Crucified for sinners, Matthew chapter 27, verses 38 through 54. Time, AD 30. Place, Golgotha. Golden text. And we have seen and do testify that the Father sent the Son to be the Savior of the world. 1 John chapter 4, verse 14. Verse 38. Then were there two thieves crucified with him, one on the right hand and another on the left. Verses 39 through 40. And they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads, and saying, Thou that destroyest the temple, and buildest it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross. Verses 41 through 42. Likewise also the chief priests, mocking him, with the scribes and elders, said, He saved others, himself he cannot save. If he be the King of Israel, let him now come down from the cross, and we will believe him. Verse 43. He trusted in God. Let him deliver him now, if he will save him. For he said, I am the Son of God. Verse 44. The thieves also, which were crucified with him, cast the same in his teeth. Verse 45. Now from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land unto the 9th hour. Verse 46. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Verse 47. Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, This man calleth for Elias. Verse 48. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink. Verse 49. The rest said, Let be. Let us see whether Elias will come to save him. Verse 50. Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. Verse 51. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rocks rent. Verses 52 through 53. And the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city and appeared unto many. Verse 54. Now when the centurion and they that were with him watching Jesus saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, Truly, this was the Son of God. A brief summary. The words rebels crucified with Jesus refer to those who stole with force or violence. The priests would have been happy to see Jesus associated with those who exploited the weakest in society, knowing that Jesus did just the opposite. The gist of the ruler's argument was that if Jesus were really the Son of God, God would certainly save his son. Therefore, God's forsaking Jesus on the cross proved that Jesus' claim about himself were false. The events occurring at that time bolstered Jesus' claims, however. The darkness occurred from noon until 3 in the afternoon, the time when the sun should have been the highest. Perhaps God was replying to the insults to his son by silencing the reviling crowd. Jesus' testimony was to begin reciting Psalm 22 in the language of his people. That was enough. Just as we would bring to mind all the words of a song after someone sang the first line, it is probable that many there did likewise. And when they reflected on the words of his messianic psalm, they saw the words come to life in the events surrounding them. The mocking, Jesus' thirst, the piercing of hands and feet, and casting lots for his clothing were all predicted in that song. What a convincing event that must have been. Some misunderstood the words, or spoke only Greek perhaps, and thought he was calling for the prophet Elijah. While an appearance of Elijah was not among the events occurring as Jesus breathed his last, incredible things did occur. The main portion of the temple consisted of two separate rooms. The outer chamber, the holy place, was serviced by priests daily. The inner chamber, the most holy place, could be entered only by the high priest on the Day of Atonement. The rending of the curtain dividing the two showed that the sacrifice of Jesus opened access to God. Thank you so much for watching. Join me soon for the next backstory. Stay safe.